Welcoming you back to crypto's juiciest news, friends. Let's kickstart with a Bitcoin price around $66,000, but most importantly, the others BTC ratio has once again ticked up. This is fantastic to see. It is now at, if you look at the right-hand side, friends, 0.182. That means that others represent 18.2% of Bitcoin's market cap. We went down as low as around 15%, around that number, and it was horrific. This is when Japan's Pokemon Island was going to a nuclear explosion. And where did we peak in 2021? We peaked around here, 50%. So we have a long way to go, and the most parabolic prices happen at the very, very end when everybody just has a sudden rush to get in. So it's beautiful to see that this thing is reversing. Now, when does alt season and all these other things happen? Before we get into anything else, this is most critical. It has to flip green on the weekly super trend first. That's pretty much what has to happen. It just means it has to ping outside of this range, okay? So anything around here, it's still poopy town, okay? It's nice that it's moving out of poopy town, but it's still poopy town. Once we flip green and we close it, in the past, not saying it's going to happen again, but in the past, we have 100 days of explosions, 100 days. And the first 50 days are actually pretty quiet. They are equivalent to 2021. You have February and March of 2021. They were like, Bitcoin was doing wild stuff, but altcoins weren't really, besides DOGE, okay? All of the mania, all of the parabolic prices came in the final 50 days, which was April and May, okay? So if that repeats again, now remember, friends, we need it to flip green first. We don't know when it's going to flip green. Let's say it flips green, I don't know, in like September, okay? Just guessing, in December. If you go 100 days after that point, it brings us around, March, April. So that would be interesting if it happens. But first, we can't basically jump the gun yet. We still need it to flip green. And what's it going to take? Maybe it's going to require a few more catalysts. This is the Russell 2000 just hanging around here. It's probably waiting for that US election, as we've been covering every single day. There's not much else to do here. But, friends, we're actually going to move into critical news, friends, as I tell you simultaneously. CZ is officially released from jail now. They actually let him out 2 days early, okay? Look at CZ's comments. If you can't hold, you won't be rich. So he's obviously the Binance CEO, but now he's not allowed to be CEO. He basically just has to be an owner. This is one of the funny CZ memes, of course, I've gone from back in the day, okay? So respect the pump. It's just the simulation, friends, and the riders. Now, friends, remember CZ sold his house to go all in on Bitcoin in 2013. Now he's obviously worth billions and billions. Binance is a unicorn product in terms of what it's been able to create and do for the whole crypto industry. This is an older picture from here, just him shaving his hair. The market is ready to pump. So it's kind of funny that he is now out. We're still awaiting his first tweet, man. Everyone's betting. What's he going to tweet? What's he going to tweet? Well, it'd just be funny if he just comes out and tweets 4. Just forget the FUD. So if you remember, friends, CZ got put in jail for 4 months, and his whole meme was 4. Is it some precognition, remote viewing, where he's like, they're going to send me to jail for 4 months. I guess we'll find out when he comes out. Now, onto some Bitcoin prices, friends. This is nice, right? Remember I told you, friends, you've had 5 fake outs. You had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is where using the 21 EMA as the line, right? Now we're on number 6, 6th time lucky. Yeah, man, if I had an account, I'd just go all in leverage here. Don't do it, friends. Don't do it. It's just funny to think about. Bitcoin at around $65,000, $66,000. Remember, we still have to exit. This is the channel, friends. This is it. We're actually, look at this. This looks beautiful, man. It's ready, man. It's ready to just clear up here, do the thingy where it goes around here. Maybe it goes up, friends, comes out, and then it has to wait for the election and then pop. That'd be great, man. If Donald Trump gets in, remember, he's very pro-crypto, wants to lower taxes. The stock market will have an easier time finding buyers because they're basically pricing in future cash flow earnings as higher than under a Kamala Krappus presidency. And friends, what I'm going to do now is, of course, we've got to play some Pumpy G music because this ticky-tocky Bitcoin dominance, friends, we're getting closer and closer. This is the weekly chart, so it's going to be a while. And once again, let's check how many days this thing has been in a weekly super chair. My gosh, 623 days. That is the longest in history so far by a long shot. The other one was only, if we go back and check it, look how long it was before we had almost a crypto-wide DeFi alt season where ETH moved. That's 560 days. So my gosh, it would be like DeFi season not starting in Feb 2020, it would be like it started damn in like April, May. Yes, so these times, they matter a lot, right? Because 1 month is like 4 months in the real world when you're comparing it to crypto. So where do we go from here? Well, we're still waiting for Ethereum to find its bottom, which we're going to cover shortly. And you remember, friends, when Bitcoin dominance is like gold dominance for stocks, people just find other ways to store value in other things. Even though, yes, the early believers believe in decentralization, all these other things, the new people, the maturity, that part of the cycle, they don't care. They don't give a damn at all. Now, ETH BTC ratio, friends, is still hanging around here. The ETH BTC ratio, friends, I think, look, you might be confident now calling it a full bottom because Crypto Man Ran, shout out to the Banter fam, okay, Ranny Boo he made a full post saying, I am now selling the last of my ETH. I'm done. It's an abusive relationship. And you know what, Ran? It is an abusive relationship, I know. But, like, if you're listening, Ran, just someone in the office send this to Ranny Boo. But don't get back in. I don't want you to jinx it. Don't buy back in. I just want to show you something, Ran. Just want to show you something. You see, in the last cycle, Ethereum only started going nuts in the final 2 months. Look at this. April and May. The final 50 days. You see that? Before, it was just, like, kind of trending. And this, by the way, was still horrific. Just because it was moving up doesn't mean it's good. I mean, you still collapsed from before, right? So this is ETH BTC 0.02 to 0.3, 0.03 around here, okay? So it was going up, then it moved up again, and then finally it popped up. So even though this thing is going back down, if we just got back to 0.05 within the next 3 to 4 months, it's right on track. It's very easy. Like, I'll just give you an example. This would be repeating last cycle. If it got back to 0.05 and it became 0.10, that is a double from 5 to 10. So that would be literally repeating last cycle, except in last cycle, we trended up and mean reverted. With this one, we would go down and maybe you swoop back, but you end up at the same point. So Ethereum is actually, it's not really doing anything different from before, except that the direction is going down. But you can't really rule that out yet because you just have to see where it is in the next few months. What if it just reprices? So you'll see. Now, friends, in PulseChain ecosystem, there's been some nice continuation of HEX as well. This is the PLS price chart moving up towards 0.5 day one sack. So hopefully we get there soon. Day one sack is up here. So it's got quite a while to go. But it's been actually, so PulseX, friends, as well. PulseX has bought and burned now 1 trillion coins. You can see it's rounding up and doing that. When are they going to shoot up? Probably soon. Like HEX has moved first, right, in this occasion, but it could be mimicking ETH BTC. This is the HEX price chart. Look at this. These things just start going up and up and up and up and up and up. That's nice. HEX goes and hits 212%. It's now 1 penny, right? Pretty much a hit like 1.2 cents. But still, man, this is like really, 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 really low. And I'm going to show you later on. HEX should be, friends, HEX should literally be, combined HEX should be like here. Okay, it could literally be right here. It should be here. It shouldn't be down here. And that's based off Ethereum's price from 4 years ago, which I'll show you. Now, before we quickly move on to that, I just want to bring this to your attention, friends. You're just going to see things are changing in the crypto markets. And what I'm going to do now, I'll play some nice gentle angel music to remind everyone things are changing. Look at this. So Andrew Tate has made a tweet. Get my attention and I'll pump your bags. Send me videos of you dancing. Best one wins. And to my shock, friends, literally in 60 minutes, we've got like 500 likes already. Like, this is cranking it. Shout out to just some guy, Aaron. Or Cranky G, this is so funny, man. So I wish I could play all of my friends. So it's literally me. It's great. It's got all the summer voices. It's amazing. Me just going around being nuts. So this type of stuff might mean nothing to a person sidelined until I remind you, okay? Andrew Tate is on PulseChain. He's sacrificed. He is in the PulseX yield farm. Shout out to Money Gang Crypto, who's the one who found all the wallets and stuff. He did like deep butthole, basically butthole scanning for that one to find this one. Like, it was a whole labyrinth of videos going to his donation address and going out here and linking them all. So Andrew Tate is in the Pulse to ETH yield farm. Okay, Pulse to ETH. Don't do that one, by the way, because you're gonna have a very high impermanent loss risk as we move on to the bull market. Okay, you shouldn't be in any stablecoin yield farm in PulseChain. Pretty much, that's like you're asking to be destroyed at this point. If Pulse or PulseX or HEX, right, friends, if they move up 10x and you're bonded to a stablecoin, if they move up 10x, you will lose about 50% of your coins. Okay. So remember that formula. So if one leg moves up 10x, you only have 50% of your coins. So if you have 100 million Pulse tied to DAI or Tether, whatever it is, and then Pulse moves up 10x, you don't have 100 million Pulse up there. You only have 50 million. Okay, because obviously there's impermanent loss, right? We've made many videos on it. Now, it's funny, friends. Look at the engagement and everything out here cranking. It's just showing you, like, Andrew Tate, friends, he's not going to speak about it because it went down a lot. Remember, they're not mavericks like us, friends. You know what I mean? We're like turbo bleeding edge, you see? Turbo bleeding edge. That's what we are. Now, he's in those yield farms. He has HEX. He's farming ink and he's doing them. Him and his brother Tristan. So they're just hanging around on the sides. They're not doing anything. I wonder if they will come out and start talking about it later on. You also have Lil Pump replying on him. Lil Pump. So Lil Pump has a coin on Solana. As you know, friends, so Lil Pump, he gives like a little ode to Richard Hart. He's actually a lot smarter than he looks when it comes to that. He's actually like really in tune. He understands about rights and stuff when it comes to crypto, which is like more than 99% of people here who all they understand is like a green and red candle. Okay, so I'm just showing you this. Why? Because the personalities of your average participant and what they want, it's changing. It's the bull market stuff is coming, and also how people approach things is changing, friends. Look what Lil Pump was replying to from Andrew Tate, which is recent. Okay, he says, Andrew Tate, I just want to pump everyone's bags and give you all money. I don't understand why more famous people aren't fun and don't help everyone win. Bitter, boring scammers, I'm in it for the lols. My bills are already paid, so I just want to help pay all. So these people are having a change of heart. Okay, and look, friends, I can see it now. I can just see celebrities and famous people coming in under the guise of them wanting to help everybody. They're like, I just want to help everyone's thing because they see a ticker go up and everything goes up. But you got to understand, right? It is PvP in the short term. Always PvP. So someone makes money, 19 people lose in the short term. The only way to get value to everyone is if you create something with a long-term vision. That's the only way, because long-term vision means communities are formed and hold the coin together. Okay, and if it gets abandoned, then everyone loses except that one person who runs off like a bandit. All right, so but the politicians and crypto personalities and influencers and all these other rich people, they don't know what I'm talking about. They have no idea. They just see a chart going up and they go, oh, the chart went up, so everyone's winning. No. It's because of liquidity, right? So when you have a 100 million market cap coin, to go to 200 million, you don't need to add a plus $100 million in the liquidity pool. You only need to add like $1 to $3 million into the liquidity pool. $3 million can make it mark up another 100 million market cap. Okay, same thing with Bitcoin, same with everything else, right? You just change the numbers there. So they don't understand that yet. So if you have 100 million in there, you have 100 people who believe they have $1 million net worth, but only 1 or 2 can cash out, and the other 90 people will lose if those 2 people do cash out. That's the same thing with every single coin, okay? But the only way for you to win over time is, over time, that one guy who wants to cash out, maybe like 10 people buy his 100K clip bags. And then the next person comes out, 10 people buy the 100K clip bags until everyone's dispersed. Now everybody has not $1 million anymore, they have 100K. You see? But then what ends up happening is, what if they want to exit? Okay, now the 100K guy, maybe 100 people will put $1,000 in to bail him out. He distributes out. And that's the market caps keeps growing. That's what happens to Bitcoin, right? So you don't have people who are running around with 30,000 BTC clipping around anymore like you did in 2011. Now they're clipping like 300 BTC. You see? So, but you only get that over time. If you're there over time with the bull markets and distributions and the community staying together, that's how everything actually wins, okay? That's why it's really important for you to understand that just because you see a ticker going up or down doesn't mean like everyone wins or everyone loses. The game is long term, okay? The game is long term. It's like you're in a marathon and then the TV cuts to someone and maybe they've like, slowed down around the corner and you're like, well, it's a 24-hour marathon run and you're just watching them for literally like, oh, they're not going good for like these 6 minutes I'm watching. That's what it comes to when it comes to crypto. Now, here's the thing, okay? Not just crypto, all stocks and assets. When it comes to crypto, everyone is going to posture and say the same thing, that they're here forever. So not everyone's going to be here forever. You know that. They're going to get out. They're going to be rinsed out with energy and time, and it's not all going to work out, is it? Okay, so there is no right answer for that. It's just like, it's a luck of the draw. It's luck of the draw. And maybe too many people come in and you don't believe that they're here for the long term. That would be like extreme euphoria. I want to show you this message from Eric Wall. In the end, maybe it's not great, but it does feel good to see HEX get a little pump after the relentless suffering. The sheer scale of just how painful holding HEX has been, in an order of magnitude worse than even the most bearish hexagon expected, absolutely brutal. After such a colossal pounding, which will inspire biblical hymns, it does feel good to see devout Hexicans get a small win, even if it's just temporary. I do feel people deserve to own their own mistakes, sure, but you can't be human unless you feel an inch of mercy. HEX is now down only minus 98% instead of minus 99.3%, and the joy is spectacular. You may disagree, blah, 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 blah. So here I am just saying, Habibi, come to PulseChain. So yeah, friends, this is... Look, man, I'm telling you, Eric. I'm telling you. I'll light the candles. I will light the candles for you. Apologizing doesn't take away the curse. I'm just telling you, sirs. All right, it doesn't work. I wish it would work. It doesn't work like that. We'll see. Now, baby dolls, I want to... Let's play some nice journey music for us. Like some Pokemon Route 24 journey music, friends. I'm going to show you this chart, okay? This chart... Look at the green. See this green? See this green column? This green column, friends, that is your window of time to exit altcoins. Look how tough it is. You see that red? That's the whole bear market. See that yellow? That is what we're about to enter. We're about to enter this part. Now, we don't know when. We're getting closer and closer to this yellow part. The yellow part is basically what happens is, friends, we are all deep undervalued, okay? We're deep, deep, deep undervalued. So the first round of people come in and then they start to price us from, because you don't know when it's going to happen, from deeply undervalued towards fair. And it goes like that for every coin. All right, so DOGE, you know, DOGE was so amazing in 2021. Its fair value was 13x higher. All right, that's how big its fair value was. It was insane. Okay, it's actually maybe even like 15x higher. Like, can you believe that? Like, your fair value is 15x higher. That's what Elon Musk started talking about. Okay, and then after DOGE was done with the yellow part, its green part was another 10x. You see? So DOGE, I'm not joking, so it's about 10 to 20x, it's repricing to fair, and then it did another 10. That was Euphoria. Okay, so the first 10 was just repricing. Now, here's the thing, DOGE was a unicorn. You know XRP, friends? XRP, for example, its yellow part here, I remember its measurement, its yellow part was only like a 3x. And then its Euphoria was 2. That's how bad it was. I'm not even joking. Okay, its Euphoria was 2, and then it retraced that, and it actually went back into the yellow part. It went back into this part, okay? So, see how nasty it can get. So, there's variations here. Now, HEX did something special, right? HEX topped out around here, right? First time, but then someone, obviously like Richard, rotated the ETH in to come and push it up. Unfortunately, look what happens, friends. This is how you know, like, you really got to be careful. Look where HEX is today, friends. HEX was, I'm going to show you actually. This is the HEX price chart. So, see here, friends, HEX was, if you go to the far left side, it was about 1 cent. You see this? It was about 1 cent on the left, right? And then look where we are today. By the way, this is EHEX, but combined HEX today is about 1 to 2 cents. Isn't that crazy? So we went back to all the way. So HEX literally for 3.5 years went back all the way to what it was doing in Q1 of 2021. That yellow part. This was the fair value pricing. And then it erased everything in the green. You see that? That's crazy. But that's what happens, right? So I guess this is the thing, man. This is just, so you don't know, friends. So yeah, you could say HEX is a scam, but then it still went up another 50x. Its Euphoria was enormous. And it came back to that retracement. Now, you don't know, friends. See, there's no way to gauge these because you have to know future growth of people coming in. You don't know that. All right? So it's not easy. You can't measure this thing. You can't measure it. But I'm just telling you, this is what the markets do. So yes, technically, if we flip green on the others BTC, the chart I just showed you, right, and then we go to some Euphoria point, and you look at all these coins, you're saying, oh my gosh, wow, like at some point next 3 years, a lot of these coins retrace back to where they were 50 days from that peak. But 50 days is the whole bull market. I know 50 days doesn't sound like a lot, right? Remember, in 50 days, that was Doge's 10x, which I'll show you now. So this is Doge right now, friends, what I'm going to show you. See, this was the yellow part for Doge. See, January, February, that was it. This was the yellow part for Doge. And then the next part, Mia Khalifa bought up here, by the way. And the next part, look what it ends up doing. It does another 10x. You see that? So Doge's Euphoria was not here. Everybody thought Doge's Euphoria was here, but this was actually fair value for Doge. The Euphoria part came next. And look what ended up happening, friends. Look, so isn't this such a coincidence or not, right? Look what ends up happening. Doge retraces exactly back to this fair value range where it hit. See, this was Euphoria, and then it comes back down, okay? But I just want to show you, right? It's not all rainbows and fairies for everything. Let me show you XRP, just to give you another polar opposite move of what could have happened, okay? So if you go to XRP, look at XRP. This was XRP's fair value, and look in its Euphoria, and it does a 2 to 3x, this part. And look, it retraces all the way back then, came back down to its fair value, which is garbage, 45 cents. Funny enough, XRP is still around there today. You see that? So you don't know which one you're going to be on. That's why it helps just to be, you know, in multiple coins and multiple parts of crypto, but also to understand what is going on. But if you're curious, right, based off the cycles, because, you know, friends are waiting for interest rates and macro and all these other things to happen, when do we actually need to start paying attention? It's when we flip green here, you see? So if you go back here, look, we flipped green in Feb 2021. The next 50 days, so the next 50 days was fair value. And then the final 50 days, the next 50 days was Euphoria. And that's pretty much what happened, okay? And altcoins have still peaked out from that point. Now, even if you go back, the same thing happened, by the way, in 2016. So it flips green and you have 100 days. The first 50 days was pretty much fair value. And then this part was Euphoria, which is May, June, July-ish of 2017. And you could only see that on the BTC ratios, though. Okay, so that was the ETH. That ETH BTC has still not come back to here. ETH BTC hit 0.16 back here. So think about it. Ethereum is 8 years later. Ethereum has still not gone back to that ratio price. This should show you how devastating. And XRP, of course, and everything else. But looking at the road ahead, friends, this is the PulseX chart. I'm just going to show you. We have plenty of opportunity out here, friends. I'm making a lot of videos. And look, there's a lot of altcoins, man. There's just a lot. I've made recent ones as well. So you need to go through. I've made shopping for altcoins, went through like Pika, Bear, DickWifButt, HOA, PDI. So there's heaps of others. Pulse the Alien coin doing amazing things. There's so many things out here. If there's one video you got to watch, friends, remember, it's my video on the ultimate bull market evolution guide. You have to watch this. You have to. 42 minutes. Don't skip anything. Literally put it on a slower speed than you normally do. You really got to pay attention to that because it's literally the cycle is repeating one for one. It's just the ghost spirit of something else different is happening, okay? And you know what? If you want to know, hey, Sommi, is there a sample size of one? Just give me one example of when that type of analysis I'm doing, when was it useful, okay? And I'll tell you that, friends. And the answer was our bear market. Because FTX was a Ponzi, yes? FTX was a Ponzi, and Bitcoin, friends, made its bottom exactly 12 months after the top, 364 days, okay? So if you go back, friends, to 2015, where Mt. Gox Ponzi got destroyed as well, friends, you had a very, very, very similar thing happen. So it was around 12 months as well, basically, when it started bottoming out. So similar things happen. And then here's the crazy part. So you think, okay, is there a continuation from that repeated as well too? Yes, it was how we bottomed out. This is the interesting part, friends. You see, we did a double bottom of sorts, and then we just started going up only, okay? And then look what happened, okay? In our cycle, we did a double bottom of sorts. So this was another double bottom of sorts, and look at this, we just start going up only. Look at this, look at the green weekly super trend, which I'm now tracking. It's just green, green, green. You see that? Spooky, friends. You know, in the previous bear market, we weren't even similar. Look at this. We did not have this double bottom thing. Okay. Instead, we had the plus token Ponzi that ran up, and we had the zombie virus type of move as well. So it's not 100% similar, but this is something that was just spooky. It's like, wow, Mt. Gox, FTX. And then the bottom is like 365 days after the top. You see these elements of crypto and the cycles that seem to be appearing. That's why if you watch that video, you just see so many different things are appearing. Like, it's no longer stock to flow model. It's the Bitcoin power law model. It's no longer Doge and SHIB. It's Pepe and WIF, for example. Okay. Now, what can we do? Remember, PulseX, friends, is still 4x away to day one sack. It's still cheap. You get a free 300% to day one break even. Okay. So you still have the buy and burn happening in the background. So this is actually the biggest utility coin, not only just in crypto, but as well, like, it's literally one of the top 10 ranks as well. Based off the theoretical money, not even theoretical, the money it generates. And you can also see, friends, as well, the buy and burn on Gold Pulse website. It's up to 4.9%. It's ticking up. So user supply, just chewing it up. But here's the thing, just to show you how unpredictable markets are, friends. Remember, Richard Hart had the vision of the P token gambling casino. Everyone's trading P tokens, but he made that of 2021 and he assessed it in 2022. So he was still confident in 2022 about it. The market did a full change evolution in 2023. Just to show you how fast markets change. So just literally a year later, when it was meant to launch, in 2023, it now appears that people don't want to gamble on altcoins anymore. They don't care about your copy version of Chainlink or Uni or Aave or Maker or any of this. They don't care about 99.9% of them. Okay, PDI, different story. But everything else they don't. They want to make new coins and trade them. Okay, so he didn't even see that. No one saw that coming. That everyone would just keep making coins and they would keep getting all the attention. Because it made no sense, right? Because like if you make a coin, only one person knows about it. But like how are you going to compete against the Chainlink army or Uni army who got given all their tokens who could now financially incentivized to shit it? But it didn't play out like that. Because what ends up happening, friends, is as cycles age, right, people's attention for them, it fades down. And then they want new opportunity. They want a new bull market speculation vehicle. They want new and shiny. There's always a new and shiny aspect, right? Just like when an artist maybe releases a new song, okay? The new song's going to get... Like if an artist released a new album, you're going to listen to that straight away. Hey, let's see what his new album's like. You see what I mean? So there's always that flavor there. And that's precisely why you see the stats that 80% of coins never go back to their all-time high in crypto in their second cycle. And 99% of coins are down on their BTC ratio. The only thing that ever broke its all-time high and stayed there was DOGE. It's literally the only coin, I believe, in its second cycle. The only coin. Now, I think Solana's not even there yet. Solana is still at its 60% ratio. Can you believe that? So just showing you how tough it is. Tough it is to do these things. And that's why it's really important just to understand the meta of each cycle. That's why you can't make one blanket decision for everything, especially when it comes to crypto. The good lucky thing for us, friends, Bitcoin cycles, we haven't topped out yet. So this is the Bitcoin price chart. You have this oscillator here, GMI, Bitcoin cycle top 5. They'll probably just combine a lot of indicators or whatever, and they just see like probably like the Z score, whatever the hell that is. But you can see we're around here. It did get heated. People are very, very scared we're going to get one big crash, but these are the big extremes, and we have not seen that yet. So that's why it's important to think about these indicators when they start going to the extreme points. The only way for you to survive is you say, you know what, I wanted more. Things are extreme. I have to just accept that my stablecoin allocation shouldn't be 0% anymore. That's the type of mentality you got to have, you know? And you don't have to jump from 0 to 100%. You don't have to sell everything, but put it to 5%. You know, start putting it to 5%, just to give you an idea that of what you're meant to be doing if things get really, really, really euphoric. And by the way, there's no guarantee all your coins do go super euphoric, friends. Like we saw with Tron. Tron missed the whole bull market. It only retraced 50% of its move, and then it started grinding up, you know? I mean, like, I'll just show you as well. Let's use the EHEX price chart as an example. If EHEX, friends, did what Tron did, okay, pretty much, I know this is the big retracement, but it would be similar to this. It would be similar to, let me use a green line. So in this cycle, it'd be like EHEX going somewhere up here, okay, somewhere up here, and then it only drops like 80% back down here, okay? So then you're down here. So you go from 5 cents back down to like half a cent or whatever, or like 1 cent around here, and you go up here. Actually, let's do 5 back down to like 1. So you're around here. And then somewhere in the next cycle, it just starts growing up, okay? So that green line, that is Tron, okay? That's what Tron did. So Tron in the 2021 cycle didn't capture enough attention. It didn't. The mindshare went to Corridanzo. It went to like, you know, Richard Hart, new coin back then, okay? It went to Binance. It went to Phantom. So Tron could not capture that. And they missed it. However, Tron's chart, I mean, like, just got to show you once again today. I mean, it's a chart to be respected, friends. It really is a chart to be respected. If you look at Tron today, so this was, let's put on a regular chart so you can see. See, it missed the bear market. It missed the bull market of 2021, and now it's just coming back to grind up to the high. So just showing you with a community that sticks around, you don't have to give up, man. You can actually win. You can actually win. Also, Mr. Lentil, shout out to Mr. Lentil saying where can we track this chart? So, well, you can't track that chart. Don't worry. I know you get FOMO, like, oh no, I'm going to miss the top. No. Trust me, man. These indicators, friends, they're not what you think. These people, they backwards paint a lot of stuff. Okay, we saw it with the blue nipple. The blue nipple chart in 2021, everyone was waiting for it to hit blue. When it hits blue, it's Euphoria. In 2021, it never hit blue. It only hit halfway to green. It never touched the blue. It never got euphoric. And now, if you go check Glasschode's blue nipple chart, they now lowered the threshold for a blue. Now, the last cycle's green says blue now. I'm like, bro, we were here. It never picked blue. That's why everyone was still waiting for it. Even Ivan on Tech was reporting on that. So these indicators, friends, what's happening is the euphoria is getting less and less over time. That's pretty much it. Honk, honk. So VC tech coins, friends. VC tech coins and meme coins out here. That's why honk, 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 honk. So we're going to see a big battle, right? You have meme coins. You have VC coins. Who's going to win? Who's going to win? Is it going to be utility, or is it going to be people's want and need and desperation to gamble in the casino and make 1,000x? I wonder what it's going to be. We'll see. We'll see. Here's the thing, man. I think we can learn from how Facebook got popular. Facebook, remember, how to get popular, friends? It was college students wanting to meet other girls and fornicate with them before marriage. That's how it got popular. They wanted date. Everyone wanted to date. They wanted to like connect. Hey, this is girl in another state. I'm going there, right? That's how that started, and it grew from there. Now imagine you're back there and you're thinking, oh, well, look, everyone was skeptical and something like that. They're like, oh, you're telling me the future social media thing is all going to happen because a couple of dudes are trying to go out and meet girls? Yeah, man. Look at OnlyFans today. That's how it starts. So here's the thing. You're telling me the future crypto cycle, all the trillions of dollars that might come in is all going to come from a bunch of DJs wanting to gamble and make 1,000x on chain? Yes. Yes. These big businesses, friends, they're full of shit. They are nothing without the people. We are the groups who form and have energy and basically give our attention to things. And then they make a business out of us. Do you understand? But they convince you that you need them. No, we don't need them at all. Literally, we're just we're throwing out meme coins and we've given them our attention. You see what I mean? We don't need them. So everyone thinks they need them. Why? Because they dress things up and they go, oh, this thing's a big thing and it's going to appreciate and we're going to get funds in and stuff. No, they're full of crap. I also want to show you this Coinfessions Rekt story. I wasted my youth and money in 2009 to 2012 playing video games and chasing girls instead of buying Bitcoin. I wasted another opportunity to buy $8 Ethereum in 2015, buying Cardano a little too late in early 2021. Now I vow to myself not to repeat the same mistakes again. I am buying early. So I love this, a riveting tale. He just gone through so many times of getting destroyed. He's like, that's it. I'm not getting in. By the way, friends, there were similar stories from last cycle. There were people who bought towards the top of 2017 because they had missed a cycle before and they were happy to wait and keep DCA. I remember that same thing and they ended up doing well. Okay, so if you're holding from that 2021 top, then you're going to do well. Okay, you are going to do well. It's riveting tale, friends. This is a journey to win. So, but you don't need to go through that much pain, 10 years of watching it to make that same conclusion, do you? You can do better. Now, how are we going to make it, friends? Let's crank it up again. Let's crank it up. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It's happening. It's happening. Oh man. So this is Pika on PulseChain, friends. Friends, there's so many coins, but I know a lot of you get overwhelmed. I get overwhelmed too, but you got to remember, man, like friends, I was sitting in this squeaky chair 2022. Okay. Friends, we didn't want to live. We did not want to live. Okay. No one had any confidence to ever put a single freaking dollar in crypto. You got to understand, we were literally getting murdered out there. Stable coins were depegging. You can't even trust a freaking stable coin. You understand? So now, when people say, oh, it's too many coins to buy, I'm like, bro, you literally, what you're doing is, okay, you've walked into an ice cream store after walking through the desert for 40 years, and you go, can you just give me like a couple of flavors, dude? There's like 400 ice cream flavors to choose. Bro, just pick one. Pick 1 or 5. Just have some fun, right? So it's beautiful to see Pika on PulseChain, friends. This is lovely that it's been zipping out of here. How high can these things go? Depends on Pulse. All depends on Pulse. And the beautiful part is, man, like if I have 250 million market cap up here. Why? It's because, like, what's that distance from today? That's around, 90x. So if PulseChain does 30, this can just do a 3x on whatever Pulse is. 3, which is nothing, okay? So that could just, and then everything has to reprice higher. But the thing is, friends, remember, as PulseChain's price goes up, everybody's going to be competing with mindshare because heaps of new people are coming in. So that's why everyone here, we're in like our digital real estate, digital Pokemon cards, and you're trying to front run everybody else. But here's the thing. You deserve to make another 300x in Pika, on DickWifButt, on Teddy Bear, on the Euphoria system, on Tate going. He doesn't even have to get all $1, bro. Just go to freaking 10 cents. You know what I mean? Like, you deserve that. Why? It's because you're in when literally, friends, it's the bluest of blue oceans out here. Crystal clear blue waters. They're not looking at this at all. They don't even know how to bridge in. They don't care. Okay, friends, even Eric Wall did a like soft apology kind of ode. Bro, HEX is still down 98%. What do you think they're going to be doing when your friend Sommi is yelling, no, as we're only down 90%, which is HEX 5 cents? What do you think is going to be happening? Until then, friends, make sure you step away from the sell button. Step away from the sell button. A lot of you, I've trained a lot of you to be contrarian, but the thing is, some of you are pinging it too early, okay? Because friends, I'll tell you, friends, just like, have you ever been trained by a professional in something? Sport, anything, skills, and they're full of contradictions. Even trading and whatever. They're like, oh, I get long here. No, but this one isn't a long because of this. And you're like, bro, but why? Because there's a lot of contradictions everywhere, friends. There's a lot. Sometimes you do things, sometimes you don't. Okay, once you learn the game, you get better at it. Step away from the sell button. Shout out to one of my best friends here, Mr. J Plush. Pika to Pika. This is amazing, friends. Okay, this is hilarious. By the way, see Pika with the little gun down here in the down right? That's actually, I don't know if you know this, that's an ode to the original Pika. The original Pika was on Ethereum. And friends, it went to 40 million market cap. They had a little 8-bit pixel of a Pikachu logo on Ethereum. That was it. Nothing else. Just a bunch of people in the channel. That's how easy it was. 40 million. That's another 15x from here, and it had nothing. No community, no memes, no AI, no nothing. Nothing. Twitter, nothing. Just like a Telegram, just like a bunch of random people. Everyone was speaking Chinese. No one could know what the hell was going on, and they're just getting in, right? So, also shout out to my other good friend, Mr. Aaron.
And look at yourself in the mirror, and you're gonna say, "Today is the last day that I'm gonna be a little bitch."
That's it. That's it. Now, you gotta understand, friends. I know some of you might be confused. They're like, wait a minute, Sommi, but you were telling us to be careful before, and now you're starting to go all in emotionally because you've been all in for like years. Yes, friends. The thing is, all right, there are maybe like 10 parts of a crypto cycle, but only 2 of them is where it's expanding prices out of the range, okay? The other 8 out of 10 times, 80% of the time, is just ranging. It's just ranging. Be careful. Don't do anything. Now we're like entering the extreme part where we leave the range. As you get to see, right, I showed you that Bitcoin chart, right? We're about to ping above 70K. Also, shout out to Hexlena PulseAlot. Could be the parody. I don't know what it is. Okay, lols, step away from the sell button. Look at this, man. It just starts going up. See that? Pip, 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 pip. Oh, man, I can't wait. Because eventually, friends, we're looking at shitty little 15-minute, 3-hour candles, man. Wait until the big ones come. Wait until that. Also now, because I am your confirmed friend, highest value content in crypto, not even close, I'm just going to have to prepare you stuff. Friends, you're going to hear me dream of very big targets, okay, as the bull market comes. I'm going to be dreaming. I want to dream too, okay? We hold a long time, but I want you to be careful. When you hear big numbers, it doesn't mean, let's go put on leverage, because Sommi said $5.50 HEX. No, it doesn't mean that. Okay, it doesn't mean let's go put on these turbo leverage, let's go borrow on a credit card. It doesn't mean that, okay? You've been here this whole time, you're already all in. Okay, you don't start taking on more risk after the thing's gone up 18x, by the way, okay? But I'm just going to warn you with what everybody else is going to be saying. There's a difference, friends. When I dream big of a target, we've been in for 3 years. You see? You have to make a distinction. We're going to hear other KOLs, influencers, people with non-fluffy microphones. They're going to say big targets. And you're going to look at them and go, wait a minute. You weren't even talking about this coin yesterday. Why are you talking about this coin now? I want you to think about stuff like that. This is the type of stuff they're going to do. By the way, firstly, I've got to soften things up, friends. Look at this cute peppy in your hand. All right? Look how cute he is. Now, Some will say he's a mini Apu, friends. This is Apu. So yeah, apparently as well, Peppy and Apu, they're two different characters. Hopefully, I hope Apu rips it, friends, because 99% of my posts are actually Apu. The Apu, not the movie. So look at this. So this is what they're going to do, friends. You tell people their coins are going up a lot. You tell them they're early. You tell them all the coins will pump. You tell them a big rotation will come back to their coins. I will never say these to groom followers, okay? So good luck navigating influencers, friends. So you really got to be careful when it comes to that in this next phase, okay? Now, why I'm telling you this is I saw this in 2021, okay? Because I, as a spectator, did it myself. So I would watch an entire stream of someone. They'd speak for 30-minute, 60-minute video, and they would be really, really, really conservative. And then they would just slip up one thing, like, maybe Bitcoin could flip gold in the next few years. That's all they'd say. That's all they'd say. They'd say super conservative things, be careful, don't do leverage, and then their little words of, maybe Bitcoin could flip gold in the next few years. People would clip that out, put it on Twitter, put it on YouTube, and they would say, this guy expects Bitcoin to go to $480,000. They would just do that. Now, I would even watch, this happen a few times, influencers, when it comes to coins, Bitcoin, it doesn't matter what it was, okay? They would try to defend themselves, but their defense was like a comment reply on the YouTube or a tweet that no one gives a shit about. Because they're killing the dream. No one gives a shit. Okay. The $480,000 Bitcoin price tag, I'll just give you an example, that had 40,000 views. And then the guy comes out with his own video, it's got 1,000. You see? So even though I'm like, man, I watched the whole thing. This guy's the most bearish guy ever. And he said he just said maybe. You know what I mean? So prepare for this stuff. This stuff is coming. This stuff is coming. And what you're going to see people do from me, friends, I'll do 19 posts that are normal, and then one post, it's going to be like our joke fun post. HEX to $5.50, just something like that, and they're just going to throw it out there. But I'm just showing you is because the crowd, all of us, we want to manifest those prices as well. But like I said, there's a difference, friends. There's a difference. All of these things, all right, all of these things are from new coins, from the groomers, okay? It's people, friends, like Tron. All the Solana Cabal guys went straight to Tron. They just took all their Solana coins and they just gave them a red logo and they go, oh, it's a Tron version. The Justin Sun theme. That's it. And now they start shitting that. And then they're going to move on to something else later on, right? Maybe they even come to PulseChain and they start making the PulseChain ones. You see what I mean? So I'm just helping you make a distinction. And look, no one's 100%. You shouldn't even trust me. Don't trust anybody. But I'm just telling you, I'm literally the only one helping you be informed when it comes to these. I'm like one of those informative Twitter guys, but I actually have a voice here. Because the Twitter guys, friends, a lot of them are scared, just to let you know. Because if you keep targeting scammers, they come after you in real life. We've actually seen it. Like Zach XBT, friends, people drive by his house. They take pictures of his house and they DM him stuff like that. They took pictures of, so they take pictures of him out. I'm not joking. You get stalked in real life for calling out scammers. Now, here's the thing. We don't give a shit about them because you take down 5 scammers, there's literally 38 next week, okay? But I'm just telling you, in the bull market, this is a type of mania that we're expecting. And it starts off great. It starts off healthy. It ends with extreme euphoria and all this other stuff, okay? We haven't even gotten to that part yet. But let's hope we do get that, okay? Because that's the yin and yang of market cycles, right? Like, subscribe, belly button, all. Don't forget he loves you. Catch you soon.